Hi, this is Jim, the Iowa Tesla Guy, and welcome back to the channel. In a previous video, I covered a lot of the terminology associated with electric vehicles, things like kilowatt hours, watt hours per mile, efficiency and range. And I kind of took away a lot of the stigma associated with those terms. Now, if this is new to you and you haven't seen that video, you might want to follow the link up above and go back and see that video. And in this video, we're going to talk about something a little different, which is how much power does your Tesla actually use? And we've covered these types of things, but it's difficult sometimes to figure out what does that really mean in real practical world terms that I can relate to. And we're going to explore that a little bit. Now, my Tesla Model Y is an amazing vehicle. And when you see it from the outside, yeah, it's a cool looking car, but it's still a car. But inside, you don't get to see. You don't see the motors, you don't see the battery pack, you don't see anything. So it's really kind of hard to wrap your head around what's actually happening inside there. But in my Model Y, at least the 2021 version of my Model Y, there are batteries, and they call them the 2170 cells. And inside this car are more than 4,400 of these things sitting inside the car that you never see. And when you're driving your car, that's where the energy is coming from. So to explore how much power your Tesla actually uses, unfortunately, we're going to have to do a little bit of math, and I just say a little bit, but I promise I'll try to keep it as small as possible. And we're going to explore a thought experiment of an example. Let's just say you're traveling down the highway with your Tesla at 60 miles an hour, and you travel 1 mile, and it takes you 1 minute to go that 1 mile. And let's just say that your car is telling you that in that mile that you consume 250 watt hours per mile. So in that 1 mile and in that 1 minute, you consumed 250 watt hours of energy. And what exactly does that mean? Well, let's compare your car to an average 50-inch LED TV. And a 50-inch LED TV draws about 100 watts of power. So with that LED TV, it consumes 100 watt hours of energy in 1 hour. But we're talking in this example of your car consuming 250 watt hours of energy in 1 minute. So how much energy does that TV draw in 1 minute? Well, it's 100 watt hours divided by 60, which gives you 1.67 watt hours of energy. So just to compare, in that 1 minute, your car consumed 250 watt hours of energy. And in that same 1 minute, that LED TV consumed 1.67 watt hours of energy. So the question is, how many 50-inch LED TVs would I need to be running for 1 minute to consume the same amount of power that I just spent driving 1 mile in 1 minute, or 250 watt hours per mile? And the answer is, I would need 150 TVs. Let's put that in slightly different terms, which is your car consumes about the same amount of energy it takes to run 10 space heaters for 1 minute. Looking at it a little differently, it works out to be about 9 microwave ovens running for that 1 minute all at the same time. So looking at that, 150 TVs, 10 space heaters, 9 microwave ovens, that seems like a lot, doesn't it? Well, maybe. Well, in order to get into that, we actually have to explore how much does this actually cost to run 250 watt hours for 1 minute. And a little bit more math, which is 250 watt hours is equal to 0.25 kilowatt hours. Now we convert to kilowatt hours because that's how much you actually pay. That's how you pay for everything that's electrical in your house or anything that you consume that's electrical. Now, where I live here in Iowa, 1 kilowatt hour is about 13 cents. So that works out to be about 3 cents per mile to consume 250 watt hours. So 3 cents for me to travel that 1 mile in 1 minute. Now let's look at that a little differently and compare it to a gas car. And I'm filming this in May of 2021, and right now a gallon of gas costs approximately $3 per gallon nationwide in the US. And let's just say we're looking at a car that has 25 miles per gallon, which means that it will cost you approximately $3 to travel your gas car 25 miles. Now, in a Tesla, at that same 250 watt hours per mile, that same 25 miles will consume 6.26 kilowatt hours of energy. Now, doing that same math that we did before, at 13 cents per kilowatt, you take 6.26 times 13 cents per kilowatt hour, and you get 81 cents. So, comparing same 25 miles between a gas car and a Tesla, $3 in a gas car, 81 cents in a Tesla. So roughly driving a Tesla right now in my conditions costs me about 3 times, more than 3 times less than an actual gas car. So in looking at, does this really seem like a lot of power? Well, compared to televisions and microwaves and space heaters, it does feel like a lot, but compared to a gallon of gas, a Tesla is much more efficient in real world terms than a gas car. So if you're interested in electric vehicles and you're concerned about the cost to operate the electric vehicle, hopefully this video helps you out as far as comparing it to real world things and gasoline, which clearly shows that operating a Tesla is less expensive than operating a gas car. And we didn't even talk about all the other things you have to do with the gas car, which is changing the oil and general maintenance that you don't have to do in a Tesla. So hopefully you liked this video and found it useful. If you did, it would be really helpful if you could hit that subscribe button. 90% of my viewers are not subscribers, and subscribers really help drive the channel, and it's absolutely free to you. So again, until next time, I thank you. Happy driving.